Hi there, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Right now, I'm going to teach you how to create multiple cardboards in Kittl or Infinite Canvas. Right now, I am currently inside the Kittl website, and to proceed with this tutorial, I want you to click on that green button right there, the one that says New Project. So if you click on it right now, you'll be opened up on this editing platform. But before you enter the exact editing platform, Kittl will ask you for a artboard size. They're having standard, postcard, business card, A5, and so on, with the new edition of poster big, Instagram posts, and Facebook posts. But for pod presets, these are gonna be the exact size that are required for each one of this website. For example, Printify t-shirts are 420 by 480 pixels. For Printify mug is gonna be 2448 by 1266 pixels, and so on and so forth. For this video, we're gonna proceed with standard. Click on create right now, and we have successfully got inside Kittl with our specific sizing right there. You can change the width right here of your choosing. For example, you want to customize it, you want to go back on poster or Instagram posts, you want to go back on postcard or Facebook posts, or basically create your custom design. For this one, for example, I want it to be 500 by 500, like so. Or you can just simply scale it up by your own choosing. It's the same thing, doing the exact width and height right there, or basically enlarging it by your own choosing by the edges. Basically the same thing. So before we get started, I just want to share you the shortcut keys inside Kittl so you won't have a hard time. First up, if you click on the option right there, these are the shortcut keys so you can pause a video and take a screenshot. Either way, it's going to be on the lower section right there. So for me, the most important part will be the spacebar, moving or panning the canvas, zoom in and zoom out. Mostly, or personally, people are being confused here. They use their mouse wheel to zoom out and zoom in, and that is not advisable. Because if you zoom out with your mouse right there, like so, give me a second, it's gonna be back to 1%, it's very small. So that is not really advisable. Instead, use the plus icon and the minus or subtract icon. Again guys, the undo action is basically Control Z, Shift Rotate, Shift Scale is going to be here, and Show Tool to move is V. For example right there, you can move it like so. So the most important part will be V and space for me, and of course, zoom in and zoom out. Now let's add a cardboard. So to make or add cardboards is basically this option right there. You see the little crop icon or the artboard. You can also see the letter A, so you have two options. Click here, like so, or simply press the letter A, like so. Notice your cursor, when I press the letter A, it's gonna be different. If I press that one, it's gonna be different also. So for this video, I'm really gonna use 3 sample artboards. So let me just make sure they're all the same, well, I'm not gonna say length, but I'm gonna make sure they're the same dimensions right there. Make sure they're all aligned. That's what I'm looking for. The term align is the one. Anyway, so we already added multiple artboards. Let's try adding elements to them. So let's focus on artboard number 1 first. Elements should be right here. I'm gonna add a basic circle. Where is the circle? Right there. Remove this one. I'm gonna place it right here. Minimize it a little bit. Make sure it's centered. Perfect. Now I have added a circle. Let me just zoom out a little bit so we won't have a hard time viewing them. So I have added an element on the cardboard number 1. For cardboard number 2, let me add this one, an ornament. Make sure it's going to be zoomed in, and just for the sake of discussion, I want this one, the sparkle. And for the artboard number 3, let's look for a flower. I think it should be around here somewhere. If not, there we go, vintage flowers. So vintage flower is for the artboard number 3. And let's add some more here. I want this one, this guy right here. Perfect. So we have added multiple elements. And by the way guys, you can edit the elements as you see fit. For example, on this option right here, you can move it and place it on the second one. You can move this one and place it on the third one, or back to the first one. That is how versatile Kittl is. If you're familiar with Canva, that is a pretty awesome tool. Also, I have a video about that, so please check it out. Anyway, for me, personally, Kittl is much like Canva. So I won't really have a hard time here. So again guys, if you don't know what a Canva is, please check out my video about it. So for this one, we have added elements. Just for the sake of the discussion, we can also add some templates. There is a template section here, like so. Now we're gonna look for a certain template, the one that looks good. By the way, just a disclaimer, you're seeing that crown icon, the yellow white crown icon. Those are for paid subscription. So since this is a free trial account, we really cannot use them. But for now, I'm gonna use this mountain logo. Now it's gonna ask me to create a new project or current. I'm gonna add it to my current right now, and that is a template. Pretty huge, right? No worries, I'm just gonna zoom out a little bit. Make sure this is gonna be like so. However, my logo is still right there. And just pull it out, make sure it's centered. Perfect. So I'm gonna add some more element here, because I want to discuss something very important. So if I add this sparkle, place it in the middle of the circle. If I move it, I'm just moving one, right? If I move the circle, I'm removing it inside the sparkle. Now, there is an option to group it. You can either select them both with the Shift key, and simply click on Alt G, and now it's grouped. Or you can again click on the sparkle in the circle, Alt G or Control G, something like that, and now it is grouped. It is really helpful to group elements all together so you won't have a hard time placing them. And by the way, since we already added 4, even though I promised only 3, now there are 4. How to duplicate Canva. By the way, before I duplicate canvas right here or artboards, I want to color them. So for this, the background color, let's say I want it a little bit on the red side right there, or orange. This one right here, I'm gonna just go for a different color. I'm gonna go for an orange one or a green one. And for this one, I think I'm gonna go on the red side. And for the heart one right there, let's go for the blue one. Give me a second here. Perfect. So, how to duplicate Canva? You're gonna have two options. You can either right click, copy, and Control V. Copy and paste, basically, those are the commands. Control C, Control V are the commands for copying. Or the fastest way, if I click on shortcuts icon right here, you'll see on here the option control or control option. If I click on it right now, the alter option, the alt button, hold it and just simply drag down the one you want to copy. It will be copied with no problem. Same goes to the elements. For example, if you select an element, hold down the left alt key on your keyboard, hover it out, and there is the element. And if you notice, I drag it outside its Canva, so I can place it in here with no problem at all. However, you'll notice that if I put it just over the edge, it's gonna be broken. So there is an option for it to be overlapping, but it's gonna be individual per artboard or Canva. So if you select your Canva, you'll see clip content there, or the letter W. If I click on it right now, so I'm still missing some logo there, just saw it right now. As you saw it. I'm just gonna take it right there, place it first here before I continue with the discussion. Perfect. So since this artboard is already clipped, if I move this sparkle, it's still not being broken. That is a clip content for you. But there is a huge but here. It is gonna be per cardboard or Canva. If I place it here back here and put it right there, it's still broken. So to enable it on the artboard number 3, make sure you uncheck the clip content. So if I place it right there, it's now overlapping on the 2 artboards. Pretty awesome, right? Now let's talk about turning off artboards. What I mean by that is, if I select this one, for example, since this has the most features, if I click on layers now, if you're familiar with what they call this one, Photoshop, Adobe, or even DaVinci, right now we're having layers. And the best part about this one is the summary. So artboard number 4 is going to be this one by the title itself. Artboard number 1 is that one. 2 is right there. So you'll see whatever's inside it. For example, the mountain logo has 2 options right there. If I click on the eye icon or the turn off icon, give me a second here. I misclicked something. So I'm gonna turn on or click the eye icon. It's gonna be gone. However, if I expand this and I just turn off the mountain, or that one right there, it will be still here. And the new group will be the sparkle, of course, since we grouped them all together from earlier. So that is awesome. That is how you turn off Canva. Let me just enable the text right there to make it more appealing. So since we already covered most of them, I'm gonna teach you now how to move multiple cardboards. Because if you only want to move one, it's not gonna be a problem. Just click the title and then move it all together. What if I want to move the green artboard or the mountain artboard and these two right here? I can just simply hover it out, make sure click on it. The title, if I click on title right there, it's not moving, right? But if I hold my shift key right there, I can make sure that they're all together and move them at the same time. That is the fastest way for me. Or you can just go to layers, select the artboard you want to move, go for artboard number 1 and the mountain, and move them all together. Same thing. That is how you move duplicated or multiple artboards. Awesome, right? So before we move on to the next part of the video, I want to add some more artboard here because I want to specify something. So if you click on templates and then you have a lot of choices here. Earlier I chose from here, the one that we have there, right? But if you click on this one, you're gonna have 4 cards, 4 t-shirt, 4 posters, 4 brand boards, so much more. I think I'm gonna go with posters there, like so, and I'm gonna go with this one right there, or this is it. I think I like this. So click add to current like so, and wait for it to open up. Again, it's gonna be very large, so just minimize it. Same process as the one we did earlier. So we're just gonna fit everything inside it. I'm just gonna minimize this first. Next one, I'm gonna minimize that guy right there, and of course this one right here. So I'm just gonna fix it up as I see fit. This might be my own choosing, by the way. So you can move it up right there. This one right here. Now we have accepted the template fully on our design. Now please don't let that stop you. There are hundreds of templates to work here. If you go for t-shirts right there and hover your mouse here, I think we have such a retro design there. I like this one better, but this is for paid subscription. Anyway, this one right here is also good. If you click on add to current, same process, just zoom out a little bit and you have it right there. If you want to move it, make sure you click on the name, perfectly move it right so. Pretty awesome, right? Now we're almost done here. For example, we're satisfied. You want to download everything. And by the way, before we download them, just a disclaimer, you're seeing this watermark, right? Right there. Let me just zoom it in. Give me a second here, guys. So you're seeing this Kittl watermark. If I hover onto it right now, there is an option to delete it, this trash icon. However, if I click on it right now, it will tell me that to remove the Kittl logo, we need to buy the paid subscription. And that is only it. There is no workaround here. Even though I covered it up, it's still gonna be there once you download it. So it's just gonna be one simple click of a button if you have the paid subscription to remove the watermark. Or if you click on download right now, there is an option to remove the Kittl logo, but it's gonna be with the crown icon or the paid subscription. Let me just zoom it out right there. Make sure everything is seen. One more time. Perfect. Now I'm gonna download everything. For example, you're gonna have an option to choose a file type, JPEG or PNG. SVG and PDF are for paid subscription. And I'm gonna retain everything. So if you're familiar with Canva, you can download all artboards at the same time. Like so, what I'm doing right now. So they're gonna be downloaded as a zip file. So if I open a zip file right now, if I extract here, you'll see in a few moments, there are our outputs or artboards. However, if I choose specific ones, for example, I'm just gonna choose the mountain one and artboard number 3 and click on download right now. If I open the disclaimer or rather the zip file, if I click on right click, extract it right there. So I'm just gonna yes to all since they're duplicate. I'm only gonna have 2. So since it's not really showing up, I'm just gonna delete it first so we can appreciate them. Delete it one more time. I'm just gonna delete everything because since they're duplicated, it's not really showing or emphasizing that we only downloaded 2, right? So one more time. Click on it, extract here, and I only have 2 downloaded. So just choose whichever one you want to download. However, guys, make sure you're on PNG because PNG has the highest quality or higher quality than JPEG. And with that being said, this is how you utilize the new feature in Kittl, multiple artboards. Again, just a disclaimer, you can have multiple or even infinite canvas right here. It's a very huge editing platform. That being said, thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye for now.